What's up everyone, today we're showcasing Giratina Origin in Ultra League Remix. In contrary to his lag-having brother Altered, it's actually not banned in this meta and it's an absolute powerhouse. With its Ghost Dragon typing, it's able to beat all the fighters except for Scrafty, all the Psychic types, and it also does really well against some of the Ghost types and Fire, Water, Grass types as well. Besides that, Shadow Ball just hurts everything not called Mandibuzz or Snorlax once shields are down. Talk about Mandibuzz and Snorlax, those are definitely the biggest issues. That's why I'm running this team as like an ABB style. I am pairing it with Ninetales Jelly. I know, kind of a boring core, but it works. It just works. Ninetales Lead is there to kill dark types. And it still does decent against Snorlax. And if I don't see a Dark or Snorlax in the lead, I will always try to switch into Jelly to lure those out. Jelly actually does really well against Snorlax still, because I am running Bubble Beam. But most of the time they still swap it in anyway, because it is still what their Snorlax is usually designed to beat, Jelly. But it still does fine. And then Giratina gets avoided. If they bring in Mandy, that's a more difficult matchup for Jelly, but at least I've lured it out then. Most of the time, 90s will be able to farm it down then or to kill it, and then Giratina can sweep in the back, and you're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see a lot of that, just like in this game. Shoot up the Shadow Ball right here, luckily, but we are gonna see a Giratina sweep because they have a Machamp in the back, and this is absolutely wonderful for Giratina. Though payback, one shots, but luckily once they hit the Shadow Ball, there's no way they get to the payback. It just does too much damage. The Rock Slide really hurts as well though. But the Jelly is low enough to where Shadow Ball will KO. And that is a GG right there in the first game. PvPoke recommends Dragon Pulse instead of Ominous Wind, by the way, which I don't really agree with. I think Ominous Wind is very nice for the bait or just a little bit of chip damage. And Dragon Pulse doesn't really help with the dark or normal types. Alright, Jelly Lead. It's actually very hard for this team. It's very hard for this team. Because Ninetales loses. I have Bubble Jelly, which also loses. Especially if they Bubble Beam bait. And Giratina also loses. If they Bubble Beam bait. So, yeah, it's not good. And I'm very, very bad with calling baits. They bring in Drapion. Also, another Pokemon that beats all three of my team. Beats Jelly because of the crunches. Beats Ninetales because of the Sludge Bomb. Beats Giratina because it resists every move I have, and again, crunches does hurt. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna keep Bubble Beaming it. As you can see, that crunch didn't even KO, or it's not even gonna two-shot. Jelly, honestly, is pretty insane. It is pretty insane. I will save my move. I wanna save that Shadow Ball for their Jelly in the back. So, that's what I'm doing. Take the Sludge. Doesn't do that much because it is debuffed. It is debuffed. Go for the Dazzling Gleam right here. This will do a good chunk of damage, but probably won't warrant a shield. Unfortunately, I really want them to use a shield, but they're not gonna. I will let this go. I still have a Shadow Ball stored on my Jelly, which I'm hoping to throw into theirs. Get off the Weather Ball right here. My Jelly, by the way, I've been walking this thing for I think a month and a half now. It was finally finished like last week. It's like a rank 20-ish, like it's very, very high rank, like level 49 or something. So really, really good. I still it's best buddy too, so I haven't finished it just yet because I want to be able to run it without having it best buddy too. But for right now, it is very nice. All right, this is not great because they still have 2 shields. I have 1, and I can't really spend 1 here. Like it'd be kind of a waste of shield. At this point, I'm just really hoping there's a fighter or a Deoxys in the back. This is beautiful. This is exactly why Giratina is so awesome. It just walls. It's the biggest wall to Deoxys in this meta. It's crazy. You know, you of course resist. You resist the fast moves. Rock Slide, alright, they do add up. They do definitely add up. But Shadow Claws are super effective. Rock Slide's double resisted. No, counters double resist. Rock Slide neutral. Psycho Boost also neutral. As you could see, it hurts. It definitely hurts. I will try to like farm this down. Well, not farm this down. We'll kill it right here. I want to farm up to get energy ready for the Drapion. Ominous Wind only does like I think 12%. so I wasn't expecting it to kill here. So I gotta go for the Shadow Ball. It's not even... It's like 16% now, 70%. So I don't think the Ominous Wind will KO. I go for the Shadow Ball. We get there. Do we win this match? Does this KO? It does. That was very hard counter game. Giratina just too strong. Closes out. That's a GG. Alright, Politoed Lead. Not great. Luckily I have 2 answers-ish to this thing. Honestly, my whole team kind of struggles with this. Especially if there's... Well, it depends. Earthquake. With Earthquake, Jelly struggles. With Blizzard, Giratina struggles. I think with Earthquake, Giratina also kind of struggles, to be honest. Because an Earthquake definitely hurts. Giratina is kind of squishy. Charm A9. Another Pokemon my team struggles with. Because Powder Snow A9, of course, doesn't do that well versus Charm A9. And, well, Jelly doesn't do that great either. It does alright, but not really that great. You need to bait with Bubble Beam usually to actually confidently win that matchup. And then Giratina, of course, is the Dragon type. It's gonna get walled. But there's definitely play. With teamwork. I'll take that move. Should I have taken that move? I think at this point I wanna sweep. I wanna try to sweep with Giratina. Right, they bring in that Polly. I'll catch the Weather Ball right here on their 4th. Mudshot is always 4 Mudshots for Weather Ball, so it's always a very safe catch. Now we just farm up. Throw Shadow Ball before they can get to the Earthquake. If I counted correctly, there should be a CMP tie if they throw immediately. They shoot it up. It's a CMP tie. I'm assuming this is Earthquake, so I'll shoot it up. If they Weather Ball baited that, it would have been real tough. They have a Galarian in the back. This is good news. This is very, very good news. Because I just win this matchup. Though the confusions are adding up. But at this point, like an Ominous Wind will definitely KO. Fortunately, I don't get my Shadow Claw through there, but it's fine. I just let this go. Because it won't do that much. I wasn't sure if it was going to get there now, though. So I'll come in Ninetales and Weather Ball this before they can get off a move. This should KO the Galade. And now I just Dazzling Gleam the Politoed, and they know it's over. GG. Alright, good lead. Dragonite, Machamp coming in. Going to Giratina. Could have swapped a little bit faster. Go for the Shadow Ball. They win CMP. And I no shield. It's a payback and we die, dude. Yikes. I definitely should have shielded that. I recommended payback in my video yesterday. I think that is definitely the way. I just wasn't expecting them to run it. I really should have shielded though, because even if it was a Rock Slide, like, that would have been kind of worth it. Because getting switch advantage there would have been huge. I shielded up a Cross Chop as well, expecting another payback. I don't know, they definitely should have gone for payback, to be honest. I think they had it. They had to have had it. They definitely had it. 100%. I don't know why they went for Cross Chop. Right, switch here. They must have an answer though. Stunfisk. This is not over. This is definitely not over. But now this will be kind of tough. This will be kind of tough now. Man, that payback still surprised me. Not the first payback I've taken on Giratina. Or not the last, at least. All right. Go for a Rock Slide. I'll let it go. At this point, it's gonna be quite close. If I can catch a Rock Slide on Jelly, I might be in a decent spot. Though the Dragonite is also still alive, and if it can like farm down my Jelly, get to a Hurricane, I also die. So overall, we're not looking great, but might still be possible. Try to catch here. They don't throw. Fine. Go for the Shadow Ball. If I had Ice Beam here, this would really, really help. But I'm running Bubble Beam again for Snorlax. Also for Stunfisk it helps. And I'm not running Hex, because again, that's for Snorlax, so... But you can definitely consider running a different moveset as well. They throw another Dragon Claw, and they're gonna do something really interesting here. They undercharge. You know, I thought they were at a Rock Slide already. So I throw the Shadow Ball, because I just want this extra bubble damage, and now I hope the Weather Ball KOs. But I think they might have not even been at a Rock Slide. Like, the only reason they undercharge there is so they can farm up, right? Maybe they weren't even, I think there must have been a Rock Slide. Anyway, that was really well played by my opponent. That payback definitely threw me off guard and won them the game, so GG. Very, very well played. Alright, Scrafty Lead is exactly where we want to see the Scrafty. This is kind of an iffy matchup though, because you need to hit Well, you don't need to hit the Dazzling Gleam, but it's very close if you just go straight Weather Ball, but you do win. You do win straight Weather Ball. Maybe not in the 2s actually, but in the 1s, most definitely. I'm always really considering throwing Dazzling Beam there. I think all the Scrafties I faced in the lead with Ninetales, they've all no-shielded, because they're expecting the Weather Ball. Makes sense. So I really want a Dazzling Gleam, but the problem is, let's say they do shield. I'm in a big problem if they do shield. I will no-shield this, I can still survive it with a slither of health. Then I'll swap into Jelly and farm it down. I now have a Weather Ball stored on Ninetales, so that's nice for the back. In comes Charm, A9. Again, not good. I will just Bubble Beam this. Even if they no-shoot, I'm fine with this. Because now, even if they no-shoot, like I can get to more moves than I would have if I didn't Bubble Beam straight away. But we even get to shield, so that's really, really good. Go for the Shadow Ball right now. This will do a good chunk to A9. Just shoot it up again. Double shielded Ninetales. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Well, honestly, not that crazy. Because most Charmers, they double shield, but it's kind of wild still. I'll go for the Shadow Ball. And this will put him in a range where a Weather Ball will KO. And well, I do have one stored on Alolan Ninetales. So what I'll do right here is I'll switch a Weather Ball. And now we kill the Charm A9. And now it's just hoping they don't have a Dark type in the back. Which they don't. It's a Deoxys. And then we just go into Giratina. They know it's over. And they concede. GG right there. Or another Scrafty Lead. In comes Jelly. Yes, this is not great. Because I am very bad at calling baits. So shoot it up. And they Bubble Beam. That's just a 50-50 though. And I think, you know, they don't want a Scrafty on the lead, right? They don't want a Scrafty against A9. So I'm just gonna Ominous Wind. They know shield. Alright. Alright. I see you. I'm just gonna win again. We're gonna get the boost? Nope. Alright. I can't have Jelly versus Scrafty. I just can't. I have to double shield. Which feels bad, but I have to get the A9 on the Scrafty. I'm going for Ominous Wind for absolutely no reason. Shadow Ball does more. I was hoping to get the boost. At this point, honestly, I had given up this game. Because, yeah, shielding that Bubble Beam bait and then no shielding Ominous Wind. And me having to double shield puts me in a horrible spot. So I'd already given up, but you know, we never... Well, I was gonna say we never top left. That's not true. I top left all the time. But you shouldn't, alright? You shouldn't, because, you know, it might just surprise you. Nidoqueen comes in, and Jelly is a really good Nidoqueen answer. Especially non-Shadow, like the Earth Powers. They don't do shit. They really don't do much. This, whatever it is, won't do that much. It's Poison Fang, which kind of neutralizes the attack fall. I've given them a Bubble Beam, but we're just gonna Bubble Beam again. If I can save some health on Jelly and Bubble Beam the Scrafty, or even just take out his Nidoqueen with my Jelly, I think my Ninetales should be fine against a Scrafty, because I have chipped it down. Earth Power does nothing. I fire Bubble Beam here. I think I could have thrown at least one more bubble, but I just want to get rid of it. And I thought the Scrafty would farm up a little more, but they throw right before I get to my Bubble Beam, which is unfortunate, but this is still fine. I die here, but all I have to do is get to 3 Weather Balls with Ninetales before they KO it. And I'm pretty sure, even if they get 3 Power Punches, or like a Power Punch and a Foul Play, I'll survive. So I should be fine here. But let's see, it's gonna be a very close one. 1 Weather Ball coming through. This will definitely get a shield. Good. Another Weather Ball getting through. Let's go. I think another shield, though. Maybe they're Maniac and no shield. Let's see. They shoot it up. Let's get to another Weather Ball. This should KO the Scrafty. And that's a GG. So they baited us really well in the mid game. I felt really screwed. But we've managed to finish it off. So GG. Alright, Gengar Lead. This is not amazing. Gengar has played against all 3 of my mons. So not great to see, but I'd rather see it here. Because Ninetales does get to the moves quite quickly. Well, they get to the moves at the same pace, Shadow Punch wise. I call the Shadow Punch right here. They could have had Sludge right there, but I was just hoping they didn't have it. Go for a Weather Ball. Another shield, which is pretty crazy. At this point, I have no clue what they have in the back though. But I'm just gonna no-shield this. 2 shields Jelly and Giratina should be very good. But they switch in their Mandibuzz, and this is basically the hardest counter to my back line. Even a Snorlax would be fine. So I don't even... If I have Ice Beam here, it would actually be fine. But I have Bubble Beam Jelly, which is not great. But we're just gonna keep Bubble Beaming here. This is my only option right now, because Giratina really has no play. And at least Jelly can kind of chip it down with Bubbles and Bubble Beams. I'll shoot up the first foul play because it will be the hardest hitting one. Also, remember, the Gengar still has a Shadow Punch stored. So that will make this quite tough. That will make this quite tough. Maybe because of that reason I shouldn't have shooted the first foul play. But I think... Actually, maybe I shouldn't have. Because it would do less than a Shadow Punch already. A Shadow Ball right here, because it does do more than Bubble Beam, even though it's resisted. Bubble Beam is just such a bad move. And switching D-Knight. This is not good. This is not good. Especially since a Dragon Claw will do enough. Will do a lot of damage. So I have to shoot it up. Shadow Ball will definitely KO as well though. So definitely KO. Now though, they have a move on the Mandy. They have a move on the Gengar. So this will be quite tough. Because both of my mons are gonna be one-shot by those moves. So unless somehow they don't have a move on Gengar, I think I lose this. Or maybe I still survive on Jelly. Jelly is very, very tanky, of course. Alright, foul play KOs this. I just farm this down. Don't even get up to the Shadow Ball though. So press Bubble Beam, which honestly, this Gengar is way more healthy. But this Shadow Punch will KO, and that's your GG. Very well played by them. Very well played by them. Gengar, Mandibuzz, Dragonite. I like that squad. Double Weak to Charm in the back, but lure it out with Mandy, and then Dragonite can sweep later. That's cool. Especially since Lapras is banned. Like, you don't really have to worry about many ice types, though. I guess Alolan Ninetales is there, but that's why you have Gengar. Alright. Rock Slide. Stunfisk lead is not great, but I throw one Weather Ball. Store one up as well, and then we switch to Jelly. I'm just gonna go straight Shadow Ball. Every Jelly I've seen has been Bubble Beam baiting. So I was hoping people would no shield. But no, they shield. But this doesn't kill. Shadow Ball doesn't KO. I'm not shooting. I'm not shooting. You actually call a bait. It's the first bait I've ever called. Unfortunately, they got the bubble through and I didn't. So they get to the Shadow Ball right there. And I also lose CMP, which is not great. But I get to the Shadow Ball right here. This will do a good chunk. Good chunk. Doesn't kill though. Gonna get to another Shadow Ball. They catch it. And I pressed my move, but it didn't fire. I would have loved to hit that Shadow Ball on this Fisk. At this point, it's not worth shooting though. It's not worth shooting. This is probably worth shooting. No, it's just a Rock Slide, right? Yeah. This is just a Rock Slide. Good. Ooh, nice lag. Very nice. This is a Rock Slide. Again, I don't know the counts. It's normally 5 for Rock Slide, but we lagged. I don't know how much he has, so I'm just gonna throw after 4, so 5, just to be a bit safe. Though could have probably just farmed up one more Shadow Claw if they threw immediately. But again, I couldn't know because it kind of lagged. All right, Galate coming in. This shouldn't be too bad. It really shouldn't be too bad. Though I'm also quite low on Giratina. I don't think I make it to another Ominous Wind before they farm me down. So I bring in my A9. I go for the Weather Ball. Maybe this was a waste because Weather Ball doesn't KO. Probably a waste, yes. And now I'm thinking, this is a Bubble Jelly. I can farm this down with Giratina. I don't need to use any shields. The Galarian also has a move. If I use shields here, I think I'm gonna have to double shield my A9. Yeah, I would have needed to double shield my A9 because they would have gotten to another Bubble Beam, actually one earlier. I think they overfarmed by 1 here, that's why. And would not have reached the Dazzling Gleam. Didn't fire my Dazzling Gleam either, because I need to farm this down. Because Confusion's too much, I can't get to the Ominous Wind, I have to farm down Jelly. We get there, we Shadow Ball the Galate. Way too close, to be honest. I probably should have shielded one Bubble Beam, but we did it anyway. GG. Alright, Machamp lead, not great. Well, it is great, actually. Why is it not great? It's great. It's good. But I want to swap out, because I have 2 better counters in the back. But they're switching Gengar. It's not great for Jelly. We've got a Bubble Beam bait right here. Usually it's a pretty safe bait. It's a pretty safe bait because people don't know what moveset you're running. And a lot of Jelly are still running Ice Beam. I'm shooting this up right here. But maybe that's a bit of a mistake. Because now they can also farm me down. If I Shadow Ball right there, they can also farm me down after. It's not great. Could have Bubble Beamed again, but they no-shoot the Shadow Ball. That's great. If they shield that though, this would have been quite risky. What did they bring in? Bring in Machamp, which is pretty crazy. They're farming me down. But they catch the Bubble Beam on Snorlax, which is really, really nice. Because now my Giratina gets to avoid it, right? Bring in my Ninetales. This Snorlax is debuffed, so it doesn't really have a shot against Ninetales. Thus the body slams would normally add up, but with a debuff, it's not that great. Throw a Weather Ball. Just gonna keep spamming Weather Balls right here. Should be good. The Machamp has a bunch of energy in the back though, and if it's a payback Machamp, I'm gonna have to be very worried. I'm very worried because the Giratina still needs some charge moves as well. They're gonna get to another Body Slam right here. I will get to the Weather Ball though versus the Machamp. Oh, the Super Power. In comes Machamp. Go for the Weather Ball. They have a lot of energy. They farmed up like 6 counters versus my Jelly, and now they already did 2 versus my A9. I will shield this. If they have payback, they're throwing it right now. Because I think payback is a big surprise normally. The cross shot though. Another move straight afterwards. It's a freaking payback. They baited me so well. And we killed the Giratina. GG. Yeah, just to explain that, I wasn't expecting them to bait. Because payback is still such a niche move, not many people have it, that I feel baiting is incredibly risky with that move. Because I think a lot of Giratinas would no-shield it, not knowing that there's a chance that there's a payback, because it's just so unexpected still. But my opponent expected me to know, I guess, and he baited, so that's a really good play. GG to them. Alright, we face into our Charm A9 lead. This is not what you like to see. Again, Charm A9 actually beats all 3 of my Pokemon. Well, Jelly is alright, but versus the Powder Stone Ninetales not really. I got the bait though. I got the bait with Weather Ball, which is really good. It's just gonna Gleam right now. I was really concerned baiting again because a lot of Charm Ninetales like to double shield. And I actually win this. If you bait, you actually win the ones here, which is really nice. Really nice. I actually did not know this, but now we do. Alright, Stunfisk in the lead. I farm up to a Weather Ball and then I switch it to Jelly just in case there's a Snorlax in the back. I want to lure it out. But it's a Meganium. Meaning that if I had just kept Switch Advantage and gotten my Jelly onto the Stunfisk and then the Giratina onto the Meganium, I would have won the game. Now though, this is going to be a lot tougher. It's going to be a lot tougher. Just hoping to get to another Shadow Ball right here, but there's a big lag and we don't reach it because of it. I don't know if that was mutual, actually. It might have been mutual. I don't know. It still sucked. Go for the Weather Ball right here. Actually hoping to get a shield. They do shield. Alright, nice. And they throw their Frenzy. This is big. This is really big. Now I'll bring Giratina. Hopefully we can close this matchup out. An Earthquake from Meganium would do a lot of damage. But an Earthquake from Stunfisk does more. So I'm gonna no-shield this. Does a really good chunk. Doesn't KO me though. In comes Fisk. Go for the Shadow Ball. Need 2 Shadow Balls. The thing is, they already have some energy. Actually, a good chunk of energy. And if I no-shoot the Rock Slide here, which I'm gonna do, I'm gonna no-shoot this expecting Rock Slide. It's a freaking Earthquake. Good call. But like, if I no-shoot the Rock Slide there, well, still, like the thing is, I was hoping it would be Rock Slide, because if they Earthquake and I shoot it, like, I would have been fine, of course. But if it was Rock Slide and I shielded it, they could have farmed it to Earthquake. I would have needed to throw my move before they get to Earthquake, and if I throw my move before they get to Earthquake, they're just gonna get to a Frenzy on Meganium. And I think from that range, with the Fire Whip and Rock Slide, mutual damage, Frenzy might KO. Or if they get off to Rock Slide on my Giratina, Frenzy would definitely KO. So I think at that point it was kind of tough. But I really should have shielded that, because even if I like no shield or Rock Slide, I still would have had to take the second Rock Slide, which I would have shielded. So yes, definitely should have shielded. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for being here. See ya.